hello, Nikhil. How are you today?
Very well, Adam. Thank you for having me.
Excellent, great. Now, Nikhil, you're the area director for Eurasia for Wyndham Hotels and Resorts. It's great to have you on this this first call that we're doing for BLAAH BLAAH at STAAH, and hopefully we're going to find out a little bit more about you and what you do. Now, these are very difficult circumstances at the moment with the pandemic. What does a typical day look like for you in these conditions?
Well, firstly, I would like to congratulate on the name on BLAAH BLAAH. I just love it. And I can blah blah all along. So coming back to your question, what's the typical day like? I'm trying to maintain the 9 to 6 regime. So trying to get up in time. In this part of the world, we are famous for spirituality and yoga and meditation. So a mix of that, hopefully. 2 to 3 days a week, and some physical exercise either in the morning or the evening, depending on the weather. The rains here are very different from your part of the world. So yeah, and pretty unpredictable. So pretty much 9 to 6. Now that unlock has started, we've had the opportunity to go and meet a few clients and a few owners. So that's actually really exciting because I get to play dress up again. I actually wore a tie 4 months after 4 months, and the good news was I still fit into my pants. So I guess, yeah. So far so good.
Excellent, and you know that obviously the opening is something that everybody's been looking forward to. It obviously has meant that companies and particularly hotel companies have had to put in place certain protocols, particularly to help with that. And I know that Wyndham have put in place the Count on Us initiative. Do you want to just talk us through that?
Oh, happy to. So Count on Us to put safety first is an initiative that Wyndham has introduced globally. This is for the well-being of our employees, our guests, and our owners. We've partnered with Ecolab for all kinds of products. In this part of the world, we've even partnered with Biotique. So we're giving out disinfectants at check-in. We're giving out face masks at check-in should anyone require it. And we've just gone out globally with the mandate in US and Canada. Masks in all public areas in hotels has been made mandatory as of yesterday. Count on Us actually is an initiative which I think intends to get confidence into travel back again. Then again, Wyndham traditionally is leisure oriented, and in US there is a Wyndham literally at every 10 minutes at a drive-through location with the 20 iconic brands that we have. So from that perspective, safety and security and hygiene levels, Count on Us plays a very vital role for us.
I saw recently some statistics which quoted 62% of the UK travelers counted safety and hygiene protocols as the key USP when they're making their decisions on travel. So, you know, whereas it may have been price or maybe location or could have been any number of other things in the past, that security element is suddenly top of mind when making decisions on where to travel to. So it's really important. And obviously, after all these 4 months, a lot of your staff have been maybe you know, not active in the hotels. How are you motivating your staff across all of your portfolio of locations, destinations, etc., to come back on board and to be there with that big smile and you know, hospitality at the forefront?
So Adam, you know, in our conversation, I did say that I'm the eternal optimist, and I can tell you that the hotel teams are raring to go and to come back with that smile, though currently behind a mask. But I don't think motivating them at the moment is the issue. The issue is really ensuring that we have safety protocols in place everywhere, and the team doesn't get too enthused and forgets about the safety protocol. So that's really what we need to be careful about.
I can see, yeah, I can see the excitement building as the openings are there, and it's obviously something that's been looked forward to, you know, for many weeks. How would you, with your years of experience in hotels, what would your tips be to people entering the market in the next few months or next years? What learnings have you got that you can pass on? 2 or 3 tips really within hospitality.
Well, for one thing, the sun is still shining. It's not the end of the world. Hang in there. Things are going to be better. We will have a vaccine early next year, end of this year, hopefully. But yeah, I mean, we are social beings. We should be able to meet sometime in the near future rather than just on a Zoom call. So yeah, and I truly look forward to meeting in person rather than a Zoom call.
Absolutely, and of course, you know, after 4 months of lockdown, it's difficult. It's easy to you know, to think negatively about the future. But I saw again statistics from the US, and new hotel openings had only dropped by 2% over that period. So there's still this continuing growth of the hotel sector. So I think that's also very important to remember.
Which is true. Which I can give you our statistics. In the last quarter, we opened 5,700 rooms, and if I was to look at it from a monthly breakdown, sorry.
Oh, I thought you'd been attacked by a mosquito.
No, sorry guys. So if I was to give you the monthly breakdown, we opened 300 rooms in April, we opened 1,100 in May, and in June we opened 4,300 rooms. So yes, it is probably a little slower, but having 5,700 rooms open in the last quarter is not a bad number at all.
So, I mean, looking forward to post what's going on now, and how do you see travel evolving in the next months after we get the vaccine, for example?
Well, I think the first thing which everyone needs to get rid of is the fear of travel and the fear of death once the vaccine is out. Every brand out there has done enough and more to shout out how safe they are. But at the end of the day, that is the last mile. You need the car companies, you need the airline companies, and everyone speaking in tandem on safety and security for the hotels to happen. On the hotel front, I think what COVID has actually done has fast forwarded some technological advancements that hotels were really rubbing their feet on. Right from the booking stage to a contactless check-in, to a contactless checkout, to QR menus, something which is easy to do, but hotel companies were kind of resisting. On the MICE front, I do definitely see in the short term to mid-term more hybrid conferences. It may just get more revenue because conferences weren't really digital till about 4 months ago, and not at the scale that we're seeing now.
Technology is obviously going to play a big part in the new normal, and we've seen you know, technology companies really sort of working hard to roll out these contactless solutions, particularly around check-in and that whole kind of meet and greet service. But in a way, that's the essence of hospitality, isn't it? The human element. So how do you kind of work the two together to make sure that we don't lose that human element in hospitality?
So Adam, the answer to your question is I don't see the human element going away completely, but I do see organizations becoming leaner. If they haven't already become leaner, most international brands are already much leaner than what they were 4 months ago. and you still want to see a smiley face at the check-in counter or somebody serving you, rather than going and picking up your own meal, right? So that human element will be there, but technology is going to aid it and supplement it to a much larger extent than what we saw in the last few years.
So can you see the Wyndham Group adopting new technologies over the next years? Can you see anything coming up on the horizon that would be taken across the whole group?
Absolutely. So some sub-regions, like I said, including ours, has already adopted the contactless check-in, contactless checkout, QR menus, and we are in the process of rolling it out in our region. I see this hopefully going global, depending on the adoption of different countries, and of course, in some countries, the adoption could be slower than other countries, which is fair. Besides this, I see hybrid, and I believe hotels will have to ramp up the whole technology game on a hybrid MICE conference venue, because most hotels don't have dedicated IP lines and so on and so forth from a technology front. It's an easy to do item, but it hasn't been done so far.
And talking of new things, we spoke briefly about it yesterday, but I was intrigued by your new openings in Nepal and Bhutan. If you can just give me a little bit of insight into the workings that went into that decision to open up there.
Well, part of your bucket list, which is Nepal, and part of my bucket list is Bhutan. So let's just say we are taking off our bucket list by entering those markets. No, on a serious note, Wyndham is in 90 countries with 9,000 hotels at the moment. We look forward to entering newer markets and having travel and making travel possible for all. So that's really the strategy of entering Nepal and Bhutan.
So many new hotels are opened up in the usual places. So it's always great to see somebody pioneering and taking great hospitality to new destinations. And I think that's laudable. So you've been in lockdown now for four months or so. When things open up, where's the place you're really looking forward to traveling to?
Well, I can tell you I'm going to Mussoorie definitely from a professional point of view, because we're opening the hotel.
Mussoorie?
Mussoorie is a hill station in north of India.
I know. You never guess, but my father was born in Mussoorie.
Wow, really? That's a coincidence. So I'll send you a pic from there. We're actually opening a hotel, and we are opening a hotel in Mussoorie. So Mussoorie is definitely on the cards next month, depending on how the government restrictions come down, because currently you need a COVID test, you need a minimum stay of 7 days. So we do expect that to come down in the next few days. And then there's Kathmandu, which we need to go to. On the personal front, I think I would like to go to Dubai in September to watch the IPL, which is the Indian Premier League in cricket. So yeah, I mean, that's where I want to be and watch cricket, because I think it really raises the spirits. And hopefully one day beat England.
One day. It was a good World Cup, wasn't it, though? Really.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
It was very exciting.
We were close.
Okay, listen, we're coming to the end of the interview, so I'm gonna just shoot 5 quick questions to you, rapid fire, and one of them I think you've already answered anyway. So we'll see how it goes. 2 choices. You just choose which one really resonates with you: home cooking or restaurant cuisine?
Restaurant cuisine. My wife's a great cook.
All right. Cricket or football?
Oh, cricket. I'm in England.
Okay. Natural or sparkling?
Natural.
Sunrise or sunset?
Sunrise.
Okay. Apple or Android?
Apple.
Okay, good. Thank you, Nick. It's a pleasure to find out a little bit more about you, and I think hopefully everybody will enjoy learning about Wyndham and what they're up to, and also your journey as well. So big thank you again, and we look forward to the next time we get a chance to meet.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me, Adam.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.